Hello, all of you wonderful people. This is Dax Allred, and welcome to the Daximil channel. This is a subject fraught with contradiction and misinformation, so it will be my goal with this series to gather and homogenize as much information as possible. I hope you enjoy the results. It is currently unknown whether the beings we call the Greys are actually one species or if they are multiple species who happen to have a similar appearance. While the Betty and Barney Hill case and Bob Lazar both describe the Greys as being from the Zeta Reticuli star system, there are many other sources who claim the Greys are actually an alternate universe version of our own species. Most lines of thought hold that the Greys made some sort of mistake that destroyed their world, whichever world it was, and they lost their ability to reproduce. As a result, they need viable human DNA to continue their own existence. Whatever the truth may be, we do know two things about the Greys. One, they are skilled deceivers, and two, we don't actually know anything else about them. Physically, they tend to be seen in two forms. The first form is tall and thin with extremely long arms and legs, while the second form is short and built somewhat like a child. The tall ones appear to be the ones in charge. Their skin is tan to brown in color, with large black saucer-like eyes that wrap around the sides of their heads. When the pupils of their eyes are visible, they are described as looking like horizontal ovals. Now, looking into their eyes is very rare because being in their presence is almost universally described as being a horrifying experience. Their hands are long and thin, but also more pliable than the hand of a human being. The Greys are described as moving like insects, and when there are multiple Greys present, they move in unison as if functioning under a hive mind. They have also been described as only barely being able to breathe our atmosphere, and are said to constantly smoke Earth cigarettes in order to make our air more palatable to them. While smoking, they are said to suck heavily on the cigarettes rather than smoking the way humans do. One important thing to remember about the physical appearance of the Greys is that they are described as leaving bodies laying around their spaces the same way we leave clothing, and that they can put on bodies as they see fit. If this is true, then their physical description doesn't really matter. But it should be remembered that the Greys are known to be skilled deceivers, and so everything we know about them could be a con. Humans and Greys are naturally terrified of each other. This isn't due to anything done by either party. We are simply afraid of each other's presence. Charles Hall has said that he never wants to work with them again and that they are extremely arrogant. And James Gilliland has said that he chooses not to work with them because he doesn't like their energy. Most interesting to me is Whitley Strieber's statement that he has experienced both abuse and kindness from what appears to be the same beings. The way he has described it, as long as he was afraid of them, they were frightening and abusive. But the instant he gained the courage to confront them, their treatment of him changed entirely, and he was able to forge a beneficial relationship with them. Various sources have described the Greys as working alongside many other races, including the mantis beings, reptilians, and many more. The Nords have been seen working alongside the Greys, but they are also known to vehemently warn humans about the consequences of working with the Greys. The Greys and the Tall Whites have been described as natural enemies. The Grey-human hybridization program is said to have produced 5 races of beings. The third of these 5 races are the Sasani, oftentimes called the Essassani, and the 5th race is the Yael. According to Whitley Strieber, the Greys chose the name Grey for themselves because they are neither light nor dark beings, they are Grey. My name is Dax Allred. To learn more about extraterrestrials, dream interpretation, metaphysics, and many other subjects, subscribe to the daximil channel. And always remember, you are important, your needs are valid, you are loved, and the same is also true for everyone else.